nice rank. So it feels really good to hear it from everyone.
And what about Mohak? How are you feeling now?
So same here. It's just the beyond the expectations. इतना expect नहीं किया था कि इतनी अच्छी rank आएगी, but the hard work paid off.
Yeah, always hard work paid off. Hard work and sincerity, basically. If you are
Yes, sir.
sincere and sincerely doing hard work, it always pays.
Yes, sir.
So then Ajay Patel. Ajay, unmute yourself. Open your video also. Okay, maybe. Leela, are you there? Dr. Leela? Anyway, we'll start now. So on behalf of Deanx Academy team and Deanx Academy, we welcome our toppers and for their grand success. It's amazing that you people are getting so much good rank. No one can imagine. It's always a dream that you top some exam, and this is the highest level of medical exam in our medical career. This is the highest exam, toughest exam, and you people crack that. You really deserve the congratulations and the big clap from our Deanx Academy and all people who are listening and behind of you. And I know this is not yours. It's always teamwork. Always your parents are there, your wife or girlfriends are there who supported you, the family, friends, always. So everyone is feeling proud. Even as you are the student of the Deanx Academy, I am feeling the proud. My whole team feeling the proud. And basically, I choose this program. Last year also we did the same thing. Basically, we want to know how you started, how you gone through your studies, what your mind when you are going in the exam, and how you prepared. So I will start first, Sujat. Hi, Sujat. Welcome to the Deanx Academy. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Sujat. So Sujat, how it started? When you started that you should, when you think or thought that you should be you would be a MCH or DNV?
So basically, I started my preparation in my final year of my post graduation. So I was initially
when you finish your final year exam, MS final year.
I finished it last year, sir. In
last year.
2021. Yes, sir.
Just post COVID, you finished, and 1 year you prepared for 1 year you prepared for this NEET SS.
Yes, so I gave my NEET SS 2021 also in Jan, but I got a rank of 280 in oncology.
Okay.
So I was getting DNB seat, but I was like, I will prepare for a better seat. So I decided to take a repeat and I prepared for the next 6 months.
So this is a pattern change. Basically, last time you prepared for oncology and this time for general surgery. Sir. So how you manage this pattern change?
Sir, actually during oncology preparation, I was only studying onco because at that time I felt that onco only was too much to study and Bailey Sabation I could not read much. So after that, reading Bailey Sabation was kind of easier because after onco the transition is actually better. Plus for my MS general surgery exam, I had read Bailey and Sabation only. So actually that helped because I had revised it during those years also. And eventually I kept on reading the same stuff again and again in the last 6 months. So that helped me a lot.
So basically, you are all 3 years preparation, 1 year of this SRC preparation, and basically Bailey and Sabiston. That is the key for the success. I always tell my student that Bailey is the must for any kind of NEET SS exam, whether it is a specialty based or whether it is general surgery based. If you read Bailey nicely, line to line, you remember the Bailey, you definitely crack the exam. What about the Schwartz?
So Schwartz, I felt actually I did not read Schwartz at all. So basically I had read only Bailey and Sabiston and I had read Schwartz only the endocrine part. But during solving the Deanx test series, whatever Deanx had given Schwartz peculiar questions, I had only underlined those in my textbook and I used to always, while revising, I used to always read only those specific points only. I used to not go about reading the entire Schwartz because that is impossible. So whatever Schwartz MCQs were asked in the Deanx test series, I used to just read up those again and again. And that actually helped because a few MCQs on electrolyte imbalance and all were actually given only in Schwartz. So that 1-2 MCQs were very helpful by reading Schwartz.
So basically, you read belly, Sebastian, and DNX MCQs. Those things are cumulatively helped you a lot in this preparation. So
Yes,
next
definitely.
question will come: how many hours you usually study? You are working in this 1 year, or you are just dropped?
No, so what happened during my first year preparation, I finished my course in September, and the next NEET was immediately at first in November. So I decided not to join anywhere. But eventually it got postponed and went to Jan. So again, I could not join anywhere. So I was studying only. And then I gave my NEET 2021, in which also I had a borderline score. So again, I was waiting for the counseling. Then AIMS happened. So AIMS, I got a rank of All India 9. But then again, there are only 6 seats in AIMS. So then again, I could not get anywhere. So eventually, I just ended up studying the entire 8 months. I did not join anywhere. And till this exam, I was only studying. I didn't do my SR.
Wow, it's good. So how many hours in a day you studied in this time?
I would say around 12 to 14 hours I used to give every day for studies.
So how you planned your studies? How you planned for this 1 year? If this month this much have to complete, and what kind of strategy you choose?
So, sir, basically, I was actually well read of Bailey, but I used to always feel that Sebastian is my weaker spot because initially I had read only GI part or only the endocrine part of Sebastian. But so this exam, I wanted to read entire Sebastian. So I started reading entire Sebastian first. So I used to read around 70% in a day's time I would give for Sebastian, and 30% I used to keep it for Bailey. So this I continued for like from February to May. I kept on doing this because reading Sebastian is actually quite tedious than Bailey. Bailey is it is more receptive. Reading Sebastian is we get tired by the end of the day reading Sebastian. So I used to keep both books on the same day, so that I don't get bored. And then eventually till June I finished reading Sebastian and Bailey completely. And then onwards I only kept on revising and solving the tests.
That's good. Basically, I also in DNX team also said that you should strong your basics first, then go for MCQ. If you do only the MCQ, you will have borderline mark. If your basics are strong, you will get a good mark. So you are the live example of that.
Yes.
So when you are preparing, that last year you not got good ranks, and this year you have topped. So last year you think that you will get the top rank, top 10.
No, sir.
And
Actually,
you
I did
left
not.
the DNB. You left the DNB also.
Yes, sir. Last year, actually, I thought I had prepared good for my NEET 2021, but unfortunately, I could not secure a good rank. So then I thought that actually my preparation is somewhere going wrong, or I'm not preparing as what it is should be for NEET. So then I changed a few tactics, and that helped me actually in my repeat years.
What are the tactics?
Actually, what it's a bad habit what I used to do in my NEET 2021 is that I used to get bored solving MCQs a lot. I used to like reading, but I used to get bored while solving MCQs. So I just used to solve one test or hardly 50 MCQs a day. And I used to keep concentrating on reading more because I used to always think that reading is going to help. But in my repeat year, I actually realized that solving more MCQs and giving tests every day helps you more than just reading textbooks, because wherever you go wrong or whatever you are trying to guess an answer, you are stimulating your mind, and that is what helps. When a particular question goes wrong, you go back, you see what went wrong, and then you tell your mind ki nahi, matlab, next time you have to think like this when such a MCQ comes, and not what you are normally thinking, which does not happen if you are just reading textbooks. So solving MCQs is a much bigger deal than only reading textbooks, I feel.
If you solve MCQ daily, that in the spinal level, that those MCQ are accumulated basically. So in an exam, it's always time saving. Sometimes you do not need to read full MCQ. You know that this is a repeatedly I did that. This is a repeat one. And I always say you cannot afford to doing wrong in the repeat questions. The repeat question should be 100% pakka. And how the DNX
Yes.
help?
So, sir, DNX actually since my NEET 2021, those 10 MCQs per day I used to solve. And that I used to feel, matlab, at some point of time, I used to always get 4-5, 4-5-6 score. Then I used to be like, "Arey, mujhe बढ़ क्यों नहीं रहा है?" So then eventually started reading, and I kept on giving those 10 MCQs every day. So I kept a time in my day के कुछ भी हो जाए इस टाइम पे ये 10 सॉल्व करने ही है. So initially score कम आता था, but then eventually my score started getting better, and even then there was a point where I used to feel अरे same MCQs वापस आ रहे, मैं ये क्यों छुड़ा रहा हूँ. But as you said, and as on the groups you used to put, that some MCQs, if they are at your spinal level, they will help you, because there are a few MCQs जो ऐसे ही आते हैं in the exam. It's not like they need setters are always setting new questions. It doesn't happen. There are a few questions which are going to come, and so these MCQs which were at my spinal level, I could answer them quickly and go on to those MCQs which I needed a longer time to read for. So that helped me a lot. Solving those 10 MCQs, even if I had a bad day कि कुछ पढ़ाई नहीं हो रहा है, आज मुझे बहुत बोर हो रहा है, फिर भी solving those 10 MCQs was like, हाँ ठीक है, आज मैंने उतना तो किया solve, चलो I
That is
can
the
go
main motive of those MCQs. At least you should read the 10 MCQs in a day. If you read 360 days, that means 3,600 MCQ. If some repeat is also, that is more than 2,000 MCQ you solved on spinal level. Always help. This is a basic concept. That's why we keep our WhatsApp group also active. That you should get something daily from us. The daily preparation is the key. And Sujat, you finished MS from last year. From where you finished your MS?
I finished my MBBS as well as my MS from Kashibai Navle Medical College in Pune, sir.
Pune, that's good. I was there in Pune for last 1.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I did my fellowship there from Kulkarni, sir.
DS Kulkarni. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Sujat, basically, what I take from you that daily study, do something daily, either do MCQs, either do some reading, solve daily MCQs, daily do the MCQ, and that's consistency and hard work. That basically paid you. And even last year you got the DNB. That time you must have a dilemma that you should take the seat, but you left the seat. That is also pressure kind of thing you have to face. That last year you left the seat, this year you have to crack. So this is kind of dedication or this kind of determination you have. That's why you cracked this so much. So you are correct that you are the boundary. Then you have to come inside, and it's very good, Sujat. It is an inspiring thing. And what your father, mother, and wife do?
So, sir, my mother is a dentist,
Sujat,
and my mother is a dentist, sir, and my father is a cardiologist. And I don't have a wife yet, but I'm getting engaged next Monday. So she's also preparing for the same. She has got yes, sir, she has got a rank of 194 in surgical in just NEET 2022, and even she is inclined towards surgical oncology.
Yeah, wow, good. So, which branch of surgical oncology you will do from Tata Memorial?
Yes, sir.
Which institute you will choose?
I will choose a Tata Memorial only. That is the dream. That has been the dream for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So, yes, sir. And I would actually, sir, also like to add that in the last few days, actually, when we were stressed कि क्या पढ़ना है, क्या पढ़ाई करना है, Vinay sir used to put a lot of MCQs on the group, and they used to be like, he used to put 100 MCQs at a time, and he would not give answers, obviously. So then it would be a thing कि चलो अभी at least थोड़ा पढ़ाई में क्या करना है समझ नहीं आ रहा है, so we will go ahead and search these MCQs. Okay, at least we'll find it somewhere. If we are not finding it, we'll try to make an effort to search it in some other books. And that actually helped, because not all 150 MCQs are direct pickups from textbooks. So actually this working your mind, and every day he has taken a lot of effort. He used to put every day those 150 MCQs, maybe GI, maybe transplant, maybe Euro, and all those images also. So because of that, we used to think a lot. We used to answer on the groups, and then he used to give answers at the end of the day. So that actually helped a lot, because in the last days you actually get confused kya padhai kare.
Yeah, that's always helped. If some random things are coming in your brain and you are solving that. Yes,
Yes.
always there. And what about you are studying alone, or you are studying with your girlfriend, or you have some friend?
No, so actually I studied with my girlfriend only. So yeah, she was throughout there with me in the same journey. Even she gave NEET assist 2021. Even she was kind of not getting any seats. So we both decided we will repeat another year. We would go ahead for our dream branch. And then eventually now we both are getting a government seat in surgical oncology.
Great, congratulations, Sujat. So be
Yes,
with us. I will give you some tips as I am your senior in MCH. So be with us for next
definitely.
30-40 minutes. We'll listen to others people and we'll tell you. Mohak,
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Mohak, you can unmute
Yes.
yourself. Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Mohak. Congratulations. How are you feeling now?
Sir, it's wonderful. The story of Sujat is also quite interesting. And I'm feeling so good. I never expected such a good rank. I used to get ranks like in daily dose of MCQs also. I was not able to crack most all. I was not able to get in top 10 ranks. तो तब भी लगता कि नहीं आएगी 10 तो नहीं आएगी चलो 50 तक आ जाए 100 तक आ जाए उस तरह लगता था बट एट लास्ट आई सो कि इट्स मतलब इट वाज टोटली अनएक्सपेक्टेड
So, मोहक तुमने कब पढ़ना चालू किया कब सोचा कि तुम्हें एमसीएच करना है या सुपर स्पेशलिटी करना है
सर इन सेकंड ईयर ऑफ माय पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन आई कंप्लीटेड माय पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन लास्ट ईयर ओनली फ्रॉम एमसी दिल्ली सो इन सेकंड ईयर ऑफ पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन मैंने सोचा कि इट्स टाइम दैट क्योंकि एट दैट टाइम फर्स्ट वेव ऑफ कोविड ने हिट किया था and 15 days we used to get hectic duties and 15 days we get rest so I thought कि अब time मिल रहा है तो I should start for MCH only so at that time I started thinking about MCH and I started preparing at that time only but after 2 years क्योंकि second wave आया फिर third wave and I completed my post graduation last year only and at the end of post graduation मैंने urology I was targeting and मैंने Campbell भी अच्छे से पढ़ ली थी and I used to रिव्यू बुक भी की थी पर the point is and I knew कि अगर जैन तक भी एग्जाम होता है I will be able to prepare nicely and I can get good rank I thought of that but at the same time COVID wave में क्योंकि LNJP was the first hospital that used to get converted after every wave so मेरे को लगा कि my general surgery skills are still lacking and I talked to my seniors and they said कि then I thought कि क्योंकि तब तक केवल 2 लैब कोली की थी मैंने and because it was just कि at the end of the second year I started then I would have shifted if I would have cracked NEET SS 2021 I would have just shifted from second year of post graduation to MCH तो मेरे को लगा कि I will be quite underconfident and all that kind of things were in my mind so मैंने तो सोचा कि I will do SR for a few months get some confidence about my general surgery and skills and fortunately I got SR in MAMC only and under my guide only Dr. Dupe Guliani sir so we had a great bond and he gave me a lot of surgeries and at that time I left all the studies then again at the end of March till March I've done around 20-25 lab coli and pilototomies and MRM and all that stuff I was quite confident after 8 months in my decision making and I thought I have now completed my MS with confidence and I can do I'm a good general surgeon what I thought at that time at the end of March and then I started I thought this is the time that now I should level up and start preparing for MCH so
Okay.
then
So, which book you prefer? Yeah, tell me.
sir,
Continue.
Sir, then because at the time of preparation for passing general surgery MS exams, मैंने Bailey और Sebastian पे focus रखा and I used to make my own notes of small topics. धीरे धीरे जैसे DNX join किया मैंने at March I came to know the important topics So मैंने अपने self notes बनाए उनके from Bailey and Sebastian both, and I accumulated those notes at one place, and at last I revised everything for around in 4 to 5 times I have revised, and that is the thing that I think थोड़ा help किया मेरे को crack करने में.
Badhiya. Mohak, then how many hours, which book you study basically? Your own notes, then Bailey
Sir,
Sebastian
notes
along with
Bailey
your
and
notes, or
Sebastian.
just only your notes?
Sir, Bailey, Sebastian,
Pardon?
and Bailey, Sebastian, and Deanx group, the WhatsApp group. जो आप after questions, what I used to do कि every day बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ाई अगर ना भी हो पाई, at the end of the day अगर WhatsApp group को scroll कर लिया तो I think मेरे को लगता था कि 5 से 6 आपके अगर screenshots भी पढ़ लिए तो उसमें लगता था कि काफी ज्यादा कंटेंट है, उतना ही मेमोराइज हो जाए वही काफी है. मतलब बुक्स अगर पढ़ने का मन नहीं करा किसी दिन तो इट वाज लाइक दिस. तो इस तरह था सर.
What about that mock test and test series?
सर मॉक टेस्ट मैंने सभी मॉक टेस्ट दिए थे, एंड आई थिंक मॉक टेस्ट में रिवीजन सबसे ज्यादा हुआ क्योंकि हर चीज को नोट्स से भी रिवाइज करना बड़ा मुश्किल था. बुक से रिवाइज करना तो इम्पॉसिबल ही था. टेबल्स जो थी वो सब रिवाइज करने का बेस्ट मेथड आई थिंक मॉक टेस्ट ही थे. मतलब आई यूज्ड टू गेट आइडिया कि विच टॉपिक्स आर वीकर, एंड then I used to open the book and see those topics from the book only.
Wow, good. And how many hours you study last 1 year?
Sir, from March till this August, I used to study 10 to 12 hours per day with full concentration, because
10
otherwise,
to 12 hours per day.
yes sir.
That's good. And you study in a group?
Yes sir, I had my
Or you are
friend,
alone, you are studying?
with my friend sir. He was also he also got rank of 14, Dr. Yasir Beg. So I studied with him only. We used to discuss important topics, the guidelines, and all the flow charts, all tables. We used to ask कि अभी ये वाला टेबल बताओ, वहाँ क्या लिखा था, इस तरह. मतलब it is a good thing to do, a good method to revise with your friends only. चाय पे बैठे हैं तो पूछ लिया एक दूसरे से 4
Always
क्वेश्चन.
बिल्कुल यही होना चाहिए, और इसी तरह से आप पढ़ाई कर पाते हो, नहीं तो फिर बोर हो जाते हो. क्योंकि ये लॉन्ग टर्म है, कंसिस्टेंसी बहुत लंबे समय तक चाहिए होती है, लंबा समय तक चाहिए होता है.
Yes sir.
So what do your father, mother do, and what girlfriend or wife do?
Yes sir. Sir, my mother is a housewife, and my father was an orthopedician. I lost him in the second wave of COVID in 2021, and yes, sir. And my girlfriend is currently doing
But you must be the
pediatrics.
proud father now.
Yes sir.
So this is a great journey that you had tough time in COVID. Still, you think that you have to crack this NEET SS. You prepared for Euro, then switched to the general surgery. Now have good rank. So
Yes,
where
sir.
are you going to take the seat now?
Sir, I'm actually quite confused at this point of time. I'm thinking, and I have interest in both urology, because now it is a general pattern. So I always had more exposure of gastro, but more interest in urology. So I'm quite confused in between these two. I will definitely talk to you personally later, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely we'll discuss. No issues. You have a lot of time, almost 15 days you have minimum.
Yes,
10
sir.
to 15 days minimum you have.
Yes, sir.
So congratulations, Mohak, again. Be with us. I will share some few tips for your next 3 years. It will help. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So be with us. Dr. Suhail. Suhail, unmute
Yes, sir.
yourself. Yeah. Hi, Suhail. Hi, Suhail. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Congratulations on your grand success. Huh?
Thank you very much, sir.
Suhail, how did it started? When you thought that you have to crack this NEET SS or NEET?
I started rather
When you
later
started
than
the
the.
preparation, what was
I started rather
the
late.
trigger point for you that you have to do?
Sorry.
When you started, yeah, continue.
Yeah, I started rather later thinking about MCH after I completed my post graduation. I am actually 2018 pass out. Then I was
Okay.
doing my SRship. I got into a comfort zone during SRship. I was thinking about MCH, but not with the intensity it should have been. Then in last 2 years, I worked hard for it. And last year I gave for surgical gastroenterology. I got 151 rank. I messaged you that time that will I get anything? Then the
Yeah,
cutoff
I
was
know
150.
that.
And I was dejected that time. I thought I had one, if I had 1 point, then it would have been great. But I didn't know that destiny was this, and I got 9th rank this time.
9th rank, this is a great, man, great. So,
Yes.
so in that sometimes tough time teaches better than the good time, basically.
Yeah,
That time
yeah.
1 marks that you remember for your lifetime, that is basically 1 year. And for
Yeah,
one mark, you cracked, you prepared hard and you are 9th ranker now.
I
That's
think I
good, that's
profited
great.
the trade.
ये क्या कर रहे हो? ये क्या किया तुम अभी? इतने सारे लोग.
Yeah. Continue. Well.
I think that 1 marks, I think that was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, that is a blessing basically. So this is a 9th rank. You can choose any institute now. I suppose this is that time is a 140, 145. Then you have to compromise and you will take the seat. Definitely no one will leave.
Yeah,
So
I
no
would
one has
have
courage like
to
Sujat
compromise.
and leave the seat.
Yeah, yeah. Now that this time I'm a chooser. That time I was beggar.
This is chooser to beggar to chooser. That's great.
Yeah.
And how you prepared for this last 1 year? That suddenly switching of that you
Yes,
prepared for last 2 years for the gastrosurgery and then.
Basically, I had covered gastrosurgery last year and general part I had covered. What I focused on was the subspecialties, plastic surgery, CVTS surgery. I gave quite weightage to them because I knew I had gastro covered and general part from Sebastian and Delhi. I had get that covered. I focused more on, I focused actually equally on gastro and plastic and CVTS and all these subspecialties simultaneously.
That's good. Basically, that minor subjects are the key this time. The CTVS, plastic surgery, pediatric surgery. That more questions are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the main key. And how many hours you study daily? And which book? What are the strategy for your preparation? The sudden changes.
Yeah, I studied Belly and Sebastian is the mantra, as other two guests also said that Belly and Sebastian. You have to be thorough with both of those books. And I had basically listened to the lectures of Deanx, and I actually made notes from the lectures because they were basically the gist of Belly and Sebastian, what was discussed in lectures. And I studied. I continued the job. I didn't give up the job. I studied around, I may say 30 hours per week because I did not get time every day. But I didn't waste any time. Whatever time I got, I used that. I may say I studied 30 hours a week.
How many hours?
30 hours a week.
30 hours in a week. So 4 to 5 hours in a day. So that is the main key. The consistency is more important
Consistency
than the
is
things.
more important.
So you have to adjust your things in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important that they daily reading. That's the main concept of daily dose of MCQ also. You should read daily something. That's the main concept.
Yeah. Daily dose of
And what about
MCQs I
how the
used to
Deanx
do.
help in this whole?
It is wonderful.
Bolo.
Yes, yes, it is wonderful. The ma'am who taught trauma and transplant, that's wonderful. And other faculty is also good. I may say that the MCQs which are uploaded in the group, they are very apt. And the explanations, you need to go through those explanations. I actually made notes of those, the MCQs which were in the WhatsApp group. I revised them in the last days. And daily dose you have to do regularly. Daily dose is important because it tells.
Yeah,
I used
that's
to
the main
get
something.
initially I used to get 5-6 marks, sometimes 8, and in the last days I used to get good score in daily dose MCQs.
Movement you must have. There's a concept, main thinking behind that. But you should do the daily MCQs daily. So sometime in that part of your this 365 days, one time you will cross 10, 9, 8, 7. If you're doing more than 50% consistently, it's a good basically. And it's a random MCQ, so it's a brain always.
That's important. Everything gets covered in those MCQs.
Yeah. And what about our test series and all?
Test series I didn't attempt much of. I think 3-4 test series I have attempted. In the last days, I attempted one test. I got 14th rank in the Deanx. I thought I am good. I have prepared best.
That's good. And you did the group study, or you studied alone for last 1 or 2 years?
I was alone. I was not lucky to have a partner.
And what do your father do and mother do?
My father is a retired bank manager. He's retired. My mother is a housewife, and my wife is a senior resident in community medicine.
Wow, good. So the family support is always must. They must be the proud parents and proud.
Yeah. Family support is must. Actually, if you are married, then it's very important. Your family, your wife, and your parents need to cooperate for this thing.
Yeah, correct. So thank you, Suhail. Thank you, and big congratulations for your success. And especially then last year you lost by 1 mark, and now you're 9th rank. Great. And basically your dedication, your sincerity, and all helped you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So thank you, Suhail. Be with us. I will give you some few tips for your next 3 years. It will help. So Dr. Leela, are you there? Dr. Leela, unmute yourself. Leela, Dr. Leela. Vinay, meanwhile Leela is joining. Vinay, you can unmute yourself. You are the backbone of this whole success, and whole credit to you basically. Dr. Vinay.
Hello, good evening, sir. First of all, I'm actually sorry, sir. Actually, what happened today?
Good evening, Vinay.
I'm on duty, and sir, I was like doing that emergency ICU duty and some patients in emergency. But nevertheless, I was so interested knowing our friends who's done so well. I mean, I wanted to find out. Okay, these are the guys, and this is what is their success stories. So it's so heartening to listen all of them. So pleasant and so much of let's say warmth I am feeling for all of them. All the best for all the future activities, and as many of them have put, eventually it is their sort of willpower, their thought process, and bit of modest help, whatever we could do with that. Eventually they cracked one of the toughest exam presently. So for NEET 23, so for NEET 23, all aspirants, whosoever listening now or who would be listening later, let me tell you, it is a very stiff competition. There is no doubt about it. one mark can make it or break it kind of situation presently going on. So leave no stone unturned, plan everything, decide what to be studied, how to be studied, have your purpose. If you know why, you will find out how. So have your clear cut vision why you want to do it. If that you are clear, rest everything will get sorted out. With that, you decide upon your
Yeah,
chapters which you want to revise, how frequently you want to revise. And it is not just, as you know, the exam is eventually objective based assessment where you will be given 4 options. So it is practice which will be like smart moves during exam. More practice, many times with a smart clue, you will be able to make out what is the answer, which is eventual aim. Nobody is testing your thorough knowledge on a topic. What they are trying to find out, whether you can make out the answer with the given information. That's a art. The more you practice, the better you become in that. So my suggestion would be right from the beginning, make out your plan for whole year. If you are looking for a NEET SS 23 or if you are looking for INI SS accordingly, then you decide your topics for every day. Go through the mock test, go through the all the objectives which are being asked in a group or wherever you are studying. Always try to revise those questions which you have found difficult. See, revision is essential. Reading once and then not looking back for many months will be actually the whole efforts will go down to zero. So frequent revision is essential, sir. That is my take on the exam pattern. And one more thing I just want to add
what
that
is your
sorry, sir. As you have seen in this NEET SS22, you cannot leave your management of subspecialties, especially those topics which usually we are not seeing in day-to-day practice like CTVS or say pediatric surgery. Those topics also you have to be thorough. There are multiple questions being asked on those topics: plastic surgery, flaps, etc. All these images, you must revise them. Have a bend of mind what kind of questions are being asked. Prepare accordingly, because this is a kind of vast sea. If you are not sure what is to be studied, it will be difficult going through the whole syllabus. Anything particular, sir? Anyone wants to know?
And Vinay, what is the message to successor who just now entered in MTH or DNB? What is the message for their next 3 years or next life upcoming
Again,
life?
sir, I would say it's like that same basic question they have to keep in mind all the time, like why you have started. Because many times you see this is a very pleasant feeling. It has to be, because after a lot of effort you have reached to this stage. But after say certain weeks, months, again everything goes down to basics. You will again be slogging as a SR. So there will be a lot of ups and downs, and going through that rigorous process, at times you may feel like a lot of hectic activities being done, why, and all sorts of questions. So have that supporting family supporting role of environment around you. You must have a people around who would support in such time. That is a must, because many times you will feel like there is too much of hard work. You may not have slept for last 2 days, and sometimes even all other kind of activities may not be feasible. But then everything goes secondary. Sleeping, eating, many times patient will be your first priority. So that motivation factor, just continue, just keep persistence.
Yeah, correct. So that is my boss always says life is a marathon, not as a 100-meter sprint. So you have to continue your effort. It's never ending kind of thing. So now they are
Exactly.
entering in the super specialty. They have to continue their effort. I think more effort than this last 3 years or 4 years, but they spend in the general surgery also. So because now you are specialists, have to do surgeries with a great care. You have to acquire great skill. You already have a skill, but you have to refine yourself. So this is the basic for next 3 years. You have to continue. So we have Leela with us, Dr. Leela.
Hello,
Please all,
good evening, sir.
yeah. Hello, welcome on the Deanx Academy. Good evening. Great
Thank you, sir.
congratulations to you.
Thank you so
How are
much,
you
sir.
feeling
Thank you.
now?
Finally relieved. It was like
Finally
I am
relieved for
preparing
last
since
year.
ages, was kind of feeling.
Yeah. So when you started, you preparing for your NEET SS. When you finish your
I
MS,
actually started in my third year MS. I thought in that my first serious attempt was my third year MS. Then again last year, then this is the final attempt.
yeah,
Hello.
good. So it's always long journey for the great success.
Yes.
So how you plan your studies? How you what you are thinking when you are thinking that you have to go for the NEET SS and you have to do specialties? And when it is started, you said you in third year. Then what you did your
Actually,
first thing? Now I will start. These are the main thing I will do.
actually, in MS, we had mainly exposure to GI surgeries, so I developed interest in GI. So I asked my seniors who cracked the exam and a few friends. Then through discussion groups, then through colleagues, I understood which book to read, how to prepare. But then in my first attempt, I got
Which book to
309
read?
rank in. Yes, sir.
Which book to read?
Which book to read?
Which book you read for last?
Sir, now I read Sebastian and Bailey only. Previous attempt I read Shackelford. And before that
So
attempt,
last year
I
you
was,
got 309 rank.
yes, sir, 309 rank. And
And how
last
you
year,
switched to 309 to, yeah.
last year I focused more on revision, and my speed of solving test was slow. So this time I gave more tests, and if there was I was feeling saturated, then I started studying retrograde, more of active studying. It was
Yeah.
when I used to revise continuously, then it was more of a passive study. So then I started doing retrograde when exam got postponed this time. Then I used to give
Yes,
daily
correct.
GT in the end time.
It has. So I always say that practice makes perfect. My boss, Dr. Kulkarni sir, said, perfect practice makes perfect, not only the practice. So you have to do perfect practice. Perfect practice means daily practice, basically. If you do the
Yes,
practice
sir.
daily, you will automatically get perfect. So
Yes, sir.
how many hours you are reading in this last 1.5 year, 2 years?
In last week, I did around 14 hours. Then before that, I used to try to do at least effective studying of 11 to 12 hours.
11 to 12 hours daily. So you are in job
Yes.
in meanwhile, or you just so
Last
how
year
you
I
are
was in
getting
job.
time in this with job?
No, sir. Last year I had joined, then my bond here for some months, 6, 7, 8, 7 months. Then this attempt I did without job. Actually, they had announced it will be in 5, 6 months. So I decided to repeat. And so I thought the exam will be in 4 or 5 months only. So I only repeated. I had not joined any hospital.
Yes.
I thought this is the last attempt.
Oh, sure.
So
you are,
I'll try.
so we have to think that this is my last attempt. I have to give 100%. If you think this and if you give your 100%, you will definitely get result. That's always there.
Yes,
And
sir.
you are studying alone or you have some partner?
Actually, this time I was preparing from home. So my study partner was Dr. Ajay Patel from BJ. So we used to discuss on voice call, WhatsApp voice call, daily 2 to 3 hours. We used to discuss. Because there were
Yeah,
very
you are
few
there
people
just now
preparing
that.
for SS. Yes, sir. So we daily used to discuss,
Yeah.
and we used to discuss mock test after giving exam. After giving every test, or we used to divide Sebastian syllabus. Then we used to study half chapter. Then we used to give marking to each other, book markings, and we used to explain concept to each other over phone. That was the only source of group discussion for me at home. So it kept me
That's good,
motivated.
basically.
Group discussion kept me motivated, sir. And
So basically, you are, yeah.
and I used to solve daily dose of MCQs. Last year also I had joined, so that time only 6-7 MCQs or 5 MCQs used to go correct. Then now it increased, it improved. The MCQs which Vinay sir used to put last year also and this year also. It helped me a lot because it
What
gave
about
me
the
an
other?
indirect revision, and I realized which part I have forgotten or is weak. So I used to mark that part, take screenshot and put notes.
The basic concept for, I always say that daily preparation is important, so the daily dose of MCQs for that only. And Vinay is the
Yes, sir.
backbone for that, so no doubt. Yeah. And what about the other test series, other MCQs and other mock tests?
Yes, sir. I had
How
joined
the
other
DNX helped
mock
you other
test
than that
also.
daily
DNX
dose of
actually, sir,
MCQs?
the daily dose of MCQs, the discussion on WhatsApp group, the image-based questions, and the mock test. It helped me a lot. It covered many part of shorts, and then the explanation from which part of the submission it is asked. Then I used to read that section again. Regular
Yeah,
MCQ
good.
helped me.
So, what your
Yes, sir.
yeah, continue, please. Continue, please.
Sorry, sir.
Continue.
Sir, what I used to do in iPad, I am I audible, sir? Hello.
What your father do, mother and mother do?
Sir, we had vegetable shop. Now they are
Wow,
retired
good.
after my selection in
So,
MS. So nobody in my family is doctor. We had vegetable shop.
so you are the first doctor, and first doctor
Our
and first
generation was
super
the first
specialist.
generation which was doing going to school, that kind of thing.
Great, great. It's a
Thank you, sir.
great generation. Then how you decide when you decided that you will be the, become doctor or do MBBS, then MS, then MGS? When you started? At what age you think that you should be in the super specialist doctor?
Actually, when I was in school, my mother got ill first time. So that time I thought that there should be one doctor in family. That was the first thing that. Then later on I developed interest in
And
biology.
how old you were then when you got your mother got ill and all? How old
I
you
was
were?
in 9th standard. She had epilepsy
Almost.
that time. So
That
during
day you
this time
decided you
also
should
she
be.
got operated for valve replacement during this preparation. So my mom was there always to motivate me. And
You
family
should have
support was
great
very
mental
tremendous.
stability because you came from.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, always. You had great mental stability, great motivation behind you because you came from such background where people are not thinking to study also. You become the first doctor, you become the first super special of your family, and meanwhile you had tough time also. Your mother, who's your main motivator, got sick. Truly, you have great mental stability. Truly.
Thank you so much.
And for last 2 years, you're continuously preparing. It's very great.
Yes, sir.
So that's the basic main thing about the success stories, because people should know that toppers are not coming from that somewhere else. They are amongst of all the people who are daily prepared, have dedication, have mental stability. When they are going to exam, they just calm, cool, and just doing their work nicely. That is the main key, basically. So the great congratulations to Dr. Leela and your family, your father, mother, and truly great. It's a very big thing that you came from such family and you are at the highest level of your career, and maybe you will be the greatest doctor of the India one day. And you all will be the greatest doctor, because you people are coming from such a thing like your mental stability, you are thinking that you have all tough time last year, COVID you seen, still you are performing. You people are great. So, in the last, what are the message for your junior or your colleague who are preparing next year?
Sir, I think it is more of persistence than intelligence, I feel. More persistence and mental stability. That is more important than intelligence.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yes, correct.
We should not.
Thank you, Dr. Leela. Thank you. It's a great talk to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Dr. Suhail, what is the message for the juniors and your colleague?
Yes. The message is that the secret of success lies in four things, I personally feel. First is that desire eagerly what you want. You have to desire it eagerly. First thing is the desire. Second thing is hard work. There is no replacement for hard work. And third thing is help. Ask help from your God, and He will help you definitely. And even if you don't get it, say God destined it and did whatever He wanted.
Yes, correct. So basically, consistency, hard work, faith in yourself, your God is a more important. Mohak, your message to your junior and colleague.
Sir, I would like to say that one should remember why you don't want to do super specialization. What reason? Everybody have a reason, so you should always remember that. And consistency, and that reason will only help you to be consistent. You have to do hard work consistently. It's not about 14 hours for 1 week. It's better to do 4 to 6 hours for 2 months. That will always help.
Yes, correct. Dr. Sujat?
Yes, sir.
Message for juniors and colleagues.
Sir, I would like to say that you should work towards the profession you are loving. Choose your specialty branch wisely, and consistency is actually the key. Doing it every day is definitely going to help. And at some point of time, everyone has the same talent. Everyone is intelligent, but the only difference is the one who keeps working more hard. At some point of time, everyone is going to top their respective universities, but the one who works hard, does it every day, is going to succeed over the other. So I think persistence and consistency is the key, as others also have said.
Yeah. Correct, Sujat. So it's a great talk with you people. You have a different story. Everyone is having his own struggle, and all came from odds, and now it's on the top of their career. So what I feel for last, I joined the NCH 2017. That was my first NEET SS. Even I prepared for with my MS and I cleared my first attempt. I want the urology. I got the urology. I finished. So what I feel in this last 4-5 years that now you entered in some era. So your entrance part is over now. So now you have to develop your liking. Now suppose you choose gastro, you choose onco, or you choose urology or other branch. That subspecialty is the long-term future of India. So everyone now, like governments are increasing MCH seats or DNB seats or MS seats. Everyone is going to be MC on some day or some super specialty. So you have some other specialty with you. So now next first year you will have a lot of work. That is sure. You will not have time to take bath also. It's like first year doing a residency of MS also. But in meanwhile, the first 6 months you decide which side you want to go. Suppose you want to go in the in gastro, you want to go in hepatobiliary. Start seeing the things differently or out of the box. See what are the new things are going to in hepatobiliary, where I can learn better. So this is the next 3 years or 4 years with the bond. Anyway, you people don't have the bond. So next 3 years, you decide which branch, which super service specialty branch you have to go. Then start preparing for that branch from the second year. Don't wait to finish your third year MCH. Start preparing for that branch from second year. That means your fellowship. So fellowship is the key. You have to study more now. But studies now in the sense you have to present more paper, you have to do more clinical work, you have to do more academic work. If you do this all the things and you good research, which institutes are better, where we have to go after the MCH, and apply in your second year only. I'm telling you, apply for this subspecialty in your second year only, because it will always take almost 1 year to 1.5 years to get these seats, all formalities and the things are all. So when you finish your third year MCH, you should get your subspecialty in your hand. So don't waste the time. Enjoy the life. This is the beautiful part of your career. I'm telling you, for next 3 years, even you have overburden, but you will enjoy a lot. You will not forget each and every day of your life or your life. Why? Because these 3 years will tell you how you will treat the patient for next 30 years or 40 years of your life. They will teach you the lessons. So that lesson, daily lessons you will have. So daily dose of MCQ, like daily lesson, you will have your MCH or DNB. So prepare things and read basics. You will have word round. So think what the your SR, what your or your consultant or HOD is thinking. So I always say to my junior, when I was in a first year, I always think like my third year, what my third year will do for this case. So I usually do for that. So thinking is important. Make that your thinking should be big. It should not be like your first year. You are not a first year. You already have passed MS. You have basic skill of surgery. You already had job. You are now your super specialty. So work like that a consultant. So take decision. Make harmony with your colleagues and friends, because everyone is coming from different platform. You have again and the life and work-life balance. Next 1 year, you don't have personal life basically, but try to adjust for that part also. And choose your thesis topic or your publication topic wisely. That is, there should be some specific or rare, so it will help you to get your subspecialty. So I always say, like my professor said, life is a marathon, not a 100-meter sprint. You just cross one landmark, is a big race ahead. So with this, thank you for choosing the DNX, and I hope the DNX helped you a lot. And this presentations, and I will share the YouTube, so other people who are just preparing and taking inspiration for you will help, because who are not got selected will have some kind of depression at moment. But if you see your struggle or your views towards the life, then they must help. This is the main motive of the success story. So thank you everyone to coming here, giving the time to the on the next platform. And we wish that in future you all people have great doctor. You had good. You must be the world leader in your field. I wish that everything is good in your family, your personal life, your family, professional life. And always my MSHOD said, make me proud. So make yourself or your parents or your family members or your teachers proud. Thank you for being there. Thank you. Okay, bye. Bye.